close your eyes and imagine a day, hour, even 5 minutes where your brain isn't running itself ragged with anxious thoughts and shame stories. I know it seems like a universe away from being our reality, but what if I told you it doesn't have to be? Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so that you can live your life on purpose. Today I want to talk about anxiety and how much of how we think is actually in our control. Did you know that anxiety can be a conditioned response? It's true. Anxiety is often the result of classical conditioning. We pair a stimulus with a perceived outcome or threat and react as if it were true. We become fixated on controlling the narrative, correcting mistake, fixing the problem, or standing ready for whatever goes down. The more we do this, the more our brains become wired for it. Our patterns of thinking and engaging are laden with anxiety. We then actually seek out threats, real or perceived, and dismiss any evidence or support that negates the threat, hinging on the fear of what if. Now, I do want to be careful here to point out that anxiety is your body's response and attempt to try and protect you. It's not a bad thing inherently, but like all things, moderation is best. So how do we begin to dismantle its hold when we know our anxiety's gone too far? Reverse engineering. We have to condition the brain to take a different route by collecting data to support other possible outcomes and writing the story beyond the feared outcome or reality. Even if it were true or did happen, then what? Decenter yourself from the story. What other possibilities exist that aren't about you or aren't connected directly to your fears? And can we know for sure that your fears are true? We need to break the cycle of anxious thought to action. We need to stop leading from assumptions and possibilities and instead develop a sense of preparedness and self-efficacy to know that if those fears are realized, we actually have the skills, tools, and supports to manage it. I mean, some things are going to go wrong. Some of your fears are going to come true. But the double suffering we're creating and that dismissing of our self-efficacy isn't doing anyone any favors and is completely altering the reality that you're living in. So let's try to do a little bit of this together. Before you click to the next video or exit out of YouTube, take a moment and pick out one anxious thought that's been swirling in your brain. Pick something that seems to keep showing up and ask yourself, what have I been telling myself will happen? And then from there, what are all the other possibilities that could happen? Are there different outcomes? Could you react differently? Or even if that worst case scenario came true, can you extend the story beyond the period? Show yourself that even if your anxious thought proves to be your reality, that you are more than that thought, outcome, or situation. By allowing our thoughts to be flexible, things that we explore and that we're curious about, rather than treating them as if they're facts, we can begin to dismantle that hold. So instead of the thought becoming our action, our fear just overtaking every time, we go, that could happen. What else might happen? Or that could happen, and I'm going to start to see that I'm okay, even if it did. Now, of course, building community around this is one of the best ways that we can dismantle anxiety's hold. So share what's coming up for you in the comments. If you're feeling stuck, let us help you. If you're getting to a place where you're starting to see that shift, tell us that too. Each of us has such a very specific anxiety story, so allowing other people to hear from you, but also to support you, is another way that we can expand beyond that really focused and unreal false reality that we've been existing in. Now, of course, sharing is also caring, so make sure that you send this video to someone else that you think could benefit from hearing it. And if you want to stay in the know on everything I'm putting out on YouTube, click that subscribe button. Now, there's one other way that we can stay connected, and that is inviting me into your inbox every week. So you can click the link in the show notes and get yourself on my AR Insider list, and you'll get information like this delivered right to you to help you keep doing this work, mining for data, shifting our thought patterns, and relinquishing the hold of shame. remember that you have the right to author your own story. So let's go get that pen back together. I'll see you next time.